Welcome back to Plot Munchers. Today we're delving into the gripping war thriller The Wall, directed by Doug Liman and brought to life by Big Indie Pictures, Picro, and Amazon Studios. This 2017 film is a masterclass in tension, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats from start to finish. Spoilers ahead. Set in 2007, as the Iraq War draws to a close, the story follows Sergeant Matthews and Sergeant Isaac, two soldiers tasked with investigating a grim scene at a remote pipeline construction site in the Iraqi desert. The site is littered with the bodies of American workers, all killed under mysterious circumstances. Their mission is to determine what happened and ensure the area is safe before new workers can resume operations. The two soldiers take cover among rocks and bushes, enduring the scorching heat as they observe the site. Hours pass with no activity, and Matthews grows increasingly impatient. He suggests that the attackers likely struck quickly and fled, but Isaac isn't convinced. Studying the scene, Isaac notes the lack of evidence pointing to a large group and speculates that the killings might be the work of Juba, a notorious Iraqi sniper known for his lethal precision. Matthews dismisses the idea, skeptical that a single sniper could carry out such a massacre. Unable to wait any longer, Matthews decides to inspect the site up close, instructing Isaac to provide cover. Isaac hesitates, mentioning issues with his scope's clarity, but Matthews brushes it off, teasing him for clinging to outdated equipment. For Isaac, the scope holds sentimental value. It belonged to a fallen comrade. As Matthews moves among the bodies, he begins to reconsider Isaac's theory. Each victim was killed with pinpoint accuracy, consistent with a sniper's work. While trying to deduce the shooter's location, a gunshot rings out, and Matthews collapses, clutching his abdomen in agony. Isaac rushes to help, zigzagging to avoid enemy fire. Just as he reaches Matthews, Isaac is shot in the leg, forcing him to retreat to a nearby wall for cover. From his vulnerable position, Matthews radios Isaac, pleading for assistance. Isaac ties a makeshift tourniquet around his wounded leg and attempts to call for backup, only to discover the sniper has destroyed their antenna, cutting off communication. Matthews, still conscious but fading, urges Isaac to locate the sniper. Despite his injuries, Isaac tries to create a small hole in the wall to use his scope, but debris from his efforts injures his hand. Meanwhile, Matthews attempts to grab his rifle but loses consciousness from blood loss. Isaac, desperate to survive, performs a painful self-surgery to remove the bullet from his leg, bandaging the wound before passing out. He awakens later to hear a voice over the radio. Initially believing it to be an officer from the base, Isaac begins reporting their situation and requesting supplies. However, as the conversation unfolds, Isaac grows suspicious. The officer asks unusual questions and insists on actions that would expose Isaac's position. The voice belongs not to a comrade, but to Juba, who has hacked their radio frequency to set a trap. Refusing to be fooled, Isaac challenges Juba, but the sniper counters with a psychological assault, asking probing questions and claiming he simply wants to talk. While engaging in this dangerous exchange, Isaac draws a map in the dirt and calculates the likely position of the sniper. Juba describes himself as a patriot fighting for his country, but Isaac calls out the hypocrisy of his actions, arguing that the people Juba kills are building infrastructure to help Iraq recover. Juba laughs off the argument, revealing that any profits from such projects ultimately benefit the U.S. The situation grows more dire as Juba demonstrates his cunning. He quotes private remarks from Isaac and Matthews, proving he has been listening to their conversation since their arrival. Isaac notices a radio near a corpse, but realizes retrieving it would expose him to Juba's fire. Even his water bottle is rendered useless, punctured by a sniper's bullet, another calculated move by Juba to weaken him. Isaac clings to survival by outthinking the sniper. Analyzing the bullet removed from his leg, he determines the type of weapon Juba is using and deduces his hiding spot, a pile of trash near the site. Juba denies being a professional sniper, claiming to kill only in self-defense, but Isaac suspects otherwise. Exhaustion and dehydration take their toll on Isaac, but he shares a story from his past, hoping to stay grounded. Juba, in turn, taunts him with threats of gruesome punishment. In a desperate gamble, Isaac rigs a decoy by attaching his helmet and jacket to his rifle, hoping to draw fire. Juba sees through the ruse, leaving Isaac more vulnerable than ever. Isaac is now left with few options, his strength dwindling as he prepares to risk everything in a final attempt to outsmart his ruthless opponent. As Isaac makes a desperate dash for a fallen soldier's bag, dodging bullets, he uncovers some water and candy inside, which he consumes ravenously. Unfortunately, the radio inside is also non-functional. Juba retaliates for Isaac's bold move by firing at the wall, severely damaging Isaac's scope. Amid this chaos, Isaac suddenly hears Matthew's voice over his earpiece. He's still alive. Isaac shouts the sniper's location to Matthews, who uses a piece of metal to cautiously survey the pile of trash where Juba is hiding. While Matthews painstakingly prepares to use his rifle, Isaac keeps Juba distracted by engaging him in conversation. Juba reveals he was once a teacher in Baghdad, but when his students were killed during an American attack, he vowed revenge. The wall providing Isaac cover, it turns out, is the ruins of that very school. Juba then presses Isaac on why he continues to carry the damaged scope. Reluctantly, Isaac admits it belonged to a close friend who died due to a mistake he made, and the guilt has haunted him ever since. Meanwhile, Matthews finally begins firing blindly at the trash pile, using up all his ammunition while Isaac shoots as well to mask Matthews' position. But when Matthews pauses to reload, Juba takes his chance and shoots him in the shoulder. Isaac urges Matthews to crawl back to the wall for cover, but as Isaac leans out to help, Juba delivers a fatal headshot to Matthews. Isaac watches his comrade die and succumbs to despair, breaking down and lamenting his longing to return home. Juba, coldly pragmatic, tells Isaac he's free to leave if he truly wants, promising not to shoot. Isaac doubts his sincerity, but when Juba asks why he remains in Iraq after the war has officially ended, Isaac confesses the truth. He accidentally killed his former sniper partner during a mission, a mistake he has lied about ever since. Hearing static on the radio, Isaac feels a fleeting moment of hope upon catching fragments of chatter. However, he can only listen. His radio is too damaged to transmit. To his horror, Juba hijacks the conversation, impersonating an American soldier and using Isaac's name to summon backup. It dawns on Isaac that Juba has been exploiting U.S. communications to bait rescue teams into his trap. Soon after, Isaac awakens to the excruciating sensation of a crow pecking at his wounded leg. Determined to fight back, he rigs a rope and sticks to retrieve Matthew's rifle. Spotting helicopters approaching, Isaac realizes they're walking into Juba's trap. In a desperate move, he pushes the wall to create a cloud of dust, masking his position as he fires blindly at the trash pile. Convinced he may have neutralized Juba, Isaac stands to confirm the kill. Surprisingly, Juba does not retaliate. As the helicopters land, Isaac is placed on a stretcher and receives medical attention. He tries to warn the soldiers about Juba, but his voice is drowned out by the noise of the chopper. Then, chaos erupts as Juba opens fire on the rescue team, killing them one by one. His final shot hits the pilot, causing the helicopter to crash and killing everyone on board, including Isaac. True to his word, Juba hadn't shot Isaac directly. With chilling precision, he hacks into U.S. communications again, setting up his next deadly ambush. At this point, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more gripping stories. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. We appreciate your support.